Hello YouTube! Today on the Nightly Librarian, I am doing the spooky scary book tag. In case you haven't been able to tell by my ensemble, I am like super ready for Halloween. I'm all about it. I got my spooky wine glass. I also have a shirt that happened to already say spooky and scary on it, so I was like, well that's the shirt I'm wearing for this video. Also, 10 cool points if you know what this shirt is a reference from, because it is a reference from a TV show. That's my hint. Leave it in the comments down below. I do believe this tag was created by Clever Fox. I'll link that video down below so you can check it out. But in the meantime, let's talk about some spooky books. Number 1, What Goes Bump in the Night? Name a book that legitimately scared you while reading it. Here's the thing. I don't get scared while reading books. Like, I just don't. Because there's something about a book, because I am physically holding it and not like having to see pictures in front of my eyes, that makes it not as scary. Like, I think, like, I can't do ghost movies. Like, I refuse to watch them because, like, I know ghosts aren't real, but, like, part of me still thinks that, like, ghosts could be real, and I don't want to see movies about them. Like, no. Like, I can't do it. But as far as books, though, if I read a book about a ghost, like, it wouldn't be that scary to me. So it's just a me thing. For the sake of answering this question, I'm gonna say Contagion by Erin Bowman. I have not read this yet, but I picked it up purely because I thought it was going to be scary. So there you go. This is sci-fi, and it's basically, there's a ship, and they pick up a distress call from this like science mission, and they get there, and they're like, everybody's like super dead in horrific ways. What happened here? And apparently there was this virus or something that like made them go super crazy and murder happy. And I am like, that seems like scary to me. So I picked this up purely because I thought it was going to be like gruesome and scary. So when I do read it, I'm hoping that it lives up to that. But I'm excited about it in general, so hopefully this like will be the book that scares me. Number 2, Jack-o'-lanterns and classic costumes. Pick a book you always reach for around Halloween time. I don't really pick like Halloween books in particular, but this year I do have a Halloween pick. For Halloween this year, I'm going to be reading The Coldest Girl in Coldtown by Holly Black. Basically everyone in this lives in Halloween Town, and that seems Halloween-y to me. There's like vampires and werewolves and witches and like spookiness in general, so I think this is like a perfect Halloween pick. I haven't read it yet as of when I'm filming this, but I hope to have read it by the time this is posted. We'll see. Who knows what the future holds, but I feel like this is a good Halloween pick. Number 3, Black Cats and Magic Mirrors. Pick a book you love that is full of superstition and or magic. When I think of a book that's full of magic, I think of A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. I think that's it. This is the one. Definitely has lots of magic in it throughout the entire book. I mean, magic is in the title, so there's that right off the bat. There are parallel universes, like parallel Londons essentially. These parallel universes all coincide in the city of London. That's like a current spot in all 3 of them. And it's about Cal, who's like a magician, and he has magic and therefore can travel between alternate dimensions. So lots of magic, definitely right off the bat. So yeah, Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. Full of magic. Chock full of it. Magic coming out, it's everywhere. Number 4, Witch's Brew. Your favorite witch in a book or series. I've read a lot of witchy books, but the witch that came to mind immediately was Mariketa the Awaited from the Immortals After Dark series by Kresley. I read this a long time ago, but Mariketa is just like a character I think of every now and again for no reason. Like, I'll just be like washing the dishes and I was like, Mariketa did some cool stuff in that book. Like, she's a character that stuck with me. And she is a witch, and basically, she is like the most powerful witch, and they were waiting for her, hence her name, Mariketa the Awaited. I forget the number right now, but I think witches are like have like 7 different specialties or 4 different specialties, one or the other. And like witches can be like 1 specialty or 2 specialties sometimes, 3 if they're super powerful, but like Mariketa is all of them. So that's what they've been waiting for. She's basically the supreme, and she has a werewolf boyfriend, and like if the cover wasn't obvious enough, they do it like a lot in here, and it's awesome. Like, it's a great book. I loved it so much. Number 5, Ghosts and Ghouls, a book that haunts you to this day, and that could be either a good haunt or a bad haunt. A book that haunts me in an excellent way is The Darkest Corners by Kara Thomas. Kara Thomas writes excellent, like, murder mysteries. They're technically YA, but I feel like they're smart enough and, like, the content is dark enough that it would appeal to, like, a broader audience other than just YA. But they're very good. And this book in particular, like, the ending shook me. Like, I think about it sometimes, because I did not pick the killer. Like, I genuinely didn't pick the killer. Like, I had a suspicion. And then when the killer did end up being my suspicion. But, like, the killer was, like, way more twisted than I ever could have imagined. Holy smokes. So, like, sometimes I still think about The Darkest Corners, and especially the last line of this book is haunting, and, like, I think about it every once in a while because it was so good. So, definitely Darkest Corners by Kara Thomas. Number 6, Haunted Graveyard. You're all alone in a haunted graveyard, and you get one book to give you comfort. What book is it? In case you haven't already realized this about me, I kind of like Tessa Dare a lot. So I'm going to say The Duchess Deal by Tessa Dare because it is gosh darn delightful and it's full of smutty bits and I love it to bits. And if I think about being alone and scared in a haunted graveyard, I want something that's like a little ray of sunshine that's going to help me like escape my horrible surroundings, and this one is like perfect for that. So Duchess Deal by Tessa Dare. Number 7, The Undead, your favorite supernatural creature to read about. Werewolf porn for life. Oh my gosh. For some reason, I really dig werewolves, and there are so many smutty books about werewolves. Like, you don't even know. Well, some of you know, but if you didn't know, now you do. There's like a lot of it. Werewolf porn for life, forever. I love it. So I already mentioned earlier with Mariketa the Weighted, she also had a werewolf boyfriend. These are 2 more from the same series that like feature werewolves primarily. And this is like the beginning of the series. It's called A Hunger Like No Other. It's a werewolf and a Valkyrie who's half vampire. So that has like everything in it. It's also one of my favorites of the series. It's actually signed. This is like special to me because it's signed. And it's like the first series I was ever into as far as like paranormal romance goes, but werewolfy goodness. And then MacReeve is also super like werewolfy because it's a werewolf, and I think he falls in love with a succubus. And then he has to get over his fear because, like, succubus is like a sex witch, and it has like a whole clan of werewolves. And these 2 werewolves are related. And so is the werewolf from the other book. They're all like the same clan of werewolves, but like, whatever. Werewolf porn, forever. Number 8, In the Dead of Night. Pick a book with a black cover. I have so many books that have black covers. Like, so I'm like, which is one that has like the most black on it? So I just went with Artemis by Andy Weir. It's pretty darn black, I think. It's almost all black. It just has like a dash of silver on it. Yeah, it's black. I don't know what else to say. It's good. It takes place on the moon. There are kind of rascals with a heart of gold. There is a heist going on. And it's Andy Weir. If you like The Martian, you'll probably like this. I liked it quite a bit. Number 9, Trick or Treat. Treat. Obviously. Why would I ever pick Trick? Who wants to be tricked? That's a silly question. Like, I thought there was gonna be like a book, like, question, but that was how it ended. It was just trick or treat. So I treat. Like, give me candy, bitches. Now. This tag didn't specify that I had to tag people, but like, everyone's tagged. It's Halloween. For the spirit of Halloween and trick-or-treating, here's your candies in all of your bags, and it is this tag for this video. So if you want to do this tag, you are tagged. In spirit. I'm not going to pick people in particular. I want this like open to the YouTube verse. So, hi, you're all tagged. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any different answers to these questions. Let me know if you've read any of these books. What book are you reading for Halloween in particular? Let me know down below. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like. And if you want to see more videos, make sure you subscribe. And I will see you guys soon. Bye! Happy Halloween!